Hello, my name is Victoria Jackson Moorhead, and tonight I want to talk about loving yourself and knowing your self worth. See, the problem with a lot of people is they're looking for the right now, and the right now is whatever man or woman comes my way, that's what I'm gonna take and I'm gonna run with it. But the problem is when you don't have that love and that self respect for yourself, a person that's coming in to do harm feeds off of that energy. And that energy is manifested into something different. And what happens is you leave room for a person to come in and use you, abuse you, take you for granted, not caring about your self worth. Then it turns into years, and years turn into more years until finally you don't put yourself into a situation to where you are not even who you want to be because you're all caught up in what someone else wants you to be. Know your self worth. Know that at the end of the day, no one deserves to be treated less than who they are. You know, men go around saying that they want a woman that can bring this and that to the table. Or women want to say that they need a man to come in and take care of them. If you know your self worth and you love yourself far more than anything a man could buy you or a woman can buy you or anything that a man or a woman can offer you, then guess what? When that right person comes along, that person is going to see your self worth without you even saying a word. See, that confidence, that love, that self love is what manifests over everything else. People can't do what you don't allow them to do to you. So if you just want to settle for the right now, then for right now, you're going to get whatever that person has to offer right now. There's no thinking about tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, because it's all about the right now. But if you have a person that willing to go the extra mile, work hard with you to build something with you, then that's what you're looking for because that person is going to also see what your self worth is and be willing to invest their time, their energy, their money towards building something with you. But if you just gonna settle for anything, then that's what you're gonna get is any old thing. And then the next thing you know, years done went by. 2 years done went by. 3 years done went by. 4 years done went by. You done gave a person your whole life and they never knew what your self-worth was because you didn't know it. Stop crying tears over people that's only meant to be in your life for that moment. These are moment people. These are not people that's been placed into your life for the long haul. These are the people that's been placed into your life for a season. And then behind that season, there's a lesson to be learned from that person that was placed into your life for that season. I know people are lonely. People are tired of, you know, being by themselves. But while you're by yourself, you should be taking that time out to reflect on what are the things that I need for me. What are the things that I need? And if you have a child, what are the things that my child needs? Because in the end, before it's all said and done, that time that you put into that person that didn't give a damn about how you were feeling and what your self-worth was, they gone on to the next person. And they just dropped you like a bad habit. We have to understand that God put us here for a reason. God put us here for a purpose. Once you find out what your purpose is, you'll be able to say, you know what? God made me in his own unique way, his own image. And he's making me go through these things so I can learn what my self-worth is. It's all about your self-worth. It took me a long time to get to that point. And I don't have it all together. But each day they go by, I learn a lesson every day about how this person is supposed to be treated, how I'm supposed to be treated, how I'm supposed to treat myself. And if a person see that you're willing to uh, uh, not love yourself and abuse yourself, well, guess what? You're giving them permission to come in and do you the same way that you're doing yourself. Never neglect yourself. Love yourself before anyone else can come in and love you. Know what it is that you want. So that way, when it's time for you to go out and get it, you can get it. Let no one put no limitations on you. Let no one throw up in your face what they have done for you. Because if they throw that up in your face, then you know it wasn't from the heart in the beginning. They just use that as leverage against you to make it work for their own guilty conscience. Because if a man or a woman loves you, whatever they do for you comes from the heart. No one should ever say what they have done for you, because then it wasn't from their heart. It was just something that they could throw up in your face for later to make themselves feel better about what they may have done to you. Quiet as kept, there are a lot of snakes in the world. And I'm not talking about the snakes that slither. There's people that snakes. They walking around on 2 feet. And they're looking for the opportunity to come in your life and wreak havoc on your life. Just because their life is not going right. Take the time out to find out who you are, what it is that you want. And at the end of the day, always be able to look yourself in the mirror and say, I love myself more. Because I'm not willing to put up with the unnecessary BS. I'm not willing to put my life on hold for one more minute to be with a person that does not love me genuinely. Genuinely, you're supposed to love from the heart. And if you can't love from the heart and from your soul, then why put me in a position to where I don't have a choice to say if I want to be with you or if I don't want to be with you? Because you're coming at me with fake faces. You know, people are so quick to say, well, that person wasn't like that when I was with him, or she wasn't like that when I was with her. Yes, she was. She had 2 faces. She showed you the good. Now you done put years into the relationship, years into the marriage, and now all of a sudden she's this. She's showing you who she was the whole time. It was like a mask was over her face when you first saw her, or a mask was over his face when you first saw him. And now that you done got comfortable, the real face is being revealed. And this is what you're getting. My mom used to say, be careful of what you ask for, because you just might get it. Stop praying to God to send you a man. Stop praying to God to send you a woman. You pray to God and be specific about what type of man or what type of woman it is that you're looking for. And you let him send that person to you. You just don't accept and settle for what somebody is doing for you at that time, because that person will turn right back around and snatch the rug from under you. And then you left with your heart broken. Never settle for someone who can't express their feelings to you. Never settle for someone who doesn't love the way you love. You know love doesn't hurt. Love is supposed to be a wonderful thing. Love is a wonderful thing. Love is going through the struggle together. We're going to struggle together. Love is not you go one way and you go the next way. Love is supposed to come together in the middle and compromise and work at some things, build things up together. That's what love is. Love is telling someone, baby, I love you, but you know you're wrong. It is what it is. But if you're willing to settle just to say that you got a piece of a man or you got a piece of a woman, then you really ain't living. And settling will get you in all sorts of different situations that you never thought you'd been in, that you'll ever be in. Settling will make you not sleep at night. Settling will not make you want to wake up in the morning, make you want to, it makes you not want to even get out of bed sometimes. Because you know this person is not for me, but I don't want to be lonely. So I'm settling. I don't want my child to grow up without a father. So I'm settling. Then here comes the abuse. Verbal, physical, emotional, psychological. And then now more years are going by, because at the end of the day, you don't know how to get out. Because you're so deep into the settlement. All I'm saying is have more self-respect and love for yourselves, brothers and sisters. Seek God first. Love yourself. And if you have children, put that energy into your child. Don't make it always about a man or a woman. Put that energy into your children. That way they'll grow up to know how to treat a man or a woman. They'll grow up to know how to be that man and that woman that knows how to treat a man or a woman. And that's how you break the chain. Your children live by example. Women, if you're settling for men that's going to abuse you, use your body up just to hop up and down on you, then this is what your son or daughter is going to allow to go on in their life. Women, stop having these babies by these men thinking that you can trap them by having children. Because the only person that traps is you. Men, stop laying down with these sneaky, conniving women. Because at the end of the day, they only want what you got in your pocket. What look good is not always good. And what glitters is not gold. Not all the time. I am 44 years old. And I've been married for 16 years to the most loving man that I have ever met in my entire life. And we've had our share of problems. But at the end of the day, we come together. We work things out. We talk things out. We know what each other wants. We know what each other needs. And a lot of people get married for the look. They don't think about marriage as hard work. It's hard. Marriage is not something that you can just go and say, I'm married today, and tomorrow you want a divorce because he woke up looking a different type of way than he did before he went to bed last night. No. You love each other, flaws and all. And you can make it through anything. But you got to love yourselves first. Men, stop letting these women trap y'all with all these babies that you know you can't afford. Well, not trap. Let me change that word. Because my thing is this. Can't nobody trap nobody. You can't take her word that she's on birth control. You can't take her word for it. But if you decide that you're going to lay down with her and have sex with her without any protection, then guess what? You setting yourself up. That's not trap. This is what you're setting yourself up. And then later on, she hits you with the child support. Now that's another subject. That's for another video. But all I'm saying is, have enough self-respect for yourselves, men and women, to know what your self-worth is. And that way you won't have to worry about someone coming to use and abuse you. You won't have to worry about living life just for the moment and settling just for the moment. God reveals everybody to every day. If you need to know, or if you're in a relationship or just starting a relationship with someone and you need to know what is it that's not settling right with me about this person, ask God to reveal it. And he will reveal it all. All of it. He will reveal it all. But if you just want to settle and you don't care about nothing else, when the warning signs come, you're not going to see them. Or either you're going to see them and you're going to ignore them. You're going to turn a blind eye. Then the next thing you know, you don't yet let years go by into the relationship and you're looking older than what you're supposed to be looking. Your body isn't healthy as it should be because you've settled. Take care of yourselves, everyone, and have a good night.